Advanced Residential Applications and Case Studies. Chapter 1, Introduction to Advanced Applications. Page 1, Overview. We encourage our customers to visit our FAQ section for further information regarding your educational experience. Our FAQs are complete with step-by-step tutorials that were designated with you in mind. Please note, upon completion of the final exam, you will need to advance to the survey page and complete the survey. Once that is done, the course will be marked as complete in our system, and credit may be issued. We support your study progress. Click here for 7-day and 5-day-a-week study calendars to help you stay on track. Course description. Designed to comply with the real property appraiser qualification criteria established by the Appraiser Qualifications Board. This course is structured around 4 specialized areas of appraisal practice: complex property appraisal, market analysis, challenges in the sales comparison approach, and highest and best use analysis. Beginning with a thorough explanation of complex properties, the course goes on to review the competency rule and the scope of work rule in USPAP, as well as the evaluation process and reporting process for complex properties. 15 advanced case studies throughout the course illustrate the practical application of the discussed principles. In addition to the end of chapter quizzes and final exam, this course contains mini quizzes that will test the knowledge of the material throughout each chapter. The mini quizzes will help prepare you for both the end of chapter quiz and the cumulative final exam at the end of the course. There is a required 1-hour proctored exam at the end that must be taken in a monitored setting. Course learning objectives. Identify complex assignments and properties, including unusual property characteristics, ownership interests, and market conditions. Identify traditional valuation theory and the importance of modifying traditional theory for complex appraisal assignments. Identify and apply the requirements of the USPAP competency rule. Recognize the importance of problem identification and apply problem identification and scope of work to case studies. Explain how the scope of work is determined and tested. Explain the USPAP requirements for highest and best use analysis and apply the tests of highest and best use in complex property examples. Recognize the USPAP requirements for the 3 approaches to value and inclusion of personal or intangible items in real property appraisals. Recognize the requirements for analyzing current agreements and listings and prior sales. and the normal course of business. Apply appraisal principles, including highest and best use, to solve a series of appraisal problems. Recognize Fannie Mae and USPAP requirements for appraisal of properties with non-conforming and/or illegal units. Explain USPAP reporting requirements. Apply reporting issues to complex properties and identify alternatives to form reports for complex properties. Identify situations where going back in time for sales data is appropriate. Recognize Fannie Mae's requirements for market analysis. Summarize the application of location adjustments and bonus value. Explain the application of non-traditional techniques such as market survey and componentizing value. Explain the applicability of the cost and income approaches in appraisal of complex properties. Apply market extraction and indexing to estimate cost new of improvements and use market extraction to estimate depreciation and total economic life. Apply various methods of estimating land value. Explain how to handle assignments which limit the appraiser's ability to research physical characteristics. Identify alternative sources of property characteristics. Recognize the use of extraordinary assumptions in complex assignments. Recognize the difference between real estate and real property and how property rights issues can make an appraisal complex. Develop the sales comparison approach and cost approach on a complex property. Estimate the value of a property that is encumbered by a life estate. End of page.